I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. It's camp season, and there are so many to choose from. But one company is bringing the stage to life as students learn singing, dancing, and acting, the triple threat. Dancer's Edge in Dexter builds confidence during musical theater camp.
We start from the very, very basic beginning. We pick songs, we learn how to read music, we learn choreography and blocking. They make their own costumes, they make their own backdrops. If we have sets, they make their own sets, and then we perform at the end of the week.
Standing up in front of on a stage is hard, especially in front of an audience, and they're so young, and starting them that young is so good for confidence because as they grow, they won't be nervous to go and talk to people or talk in front of a big group or anything like that.
The students performed Seussical the Musical at the end of this 5-day camp.
They want to feel challenged. They want to feel like they've conquered something when they get to the end of this week and they perform. So Seussical was interesting to sell to them though, because I said, you're going to be jungle animals and you're going to be fish. And half of them were like, I don't want to be a fish. But now, as it's gone through the week and they've started to own those characters, they've come in and they're like, I'm a lion, or I'm going to do this, and this is what I'm going to wear, and this is how I'm going to act, and this is how I'm going to move.
We have an entire scene between two kids that are under the age of 8, and they rock it. They're doing like Seussical rhymes with words that don't exist and all sorts of these big words, and it's just fantastic that they can do that.
Kids who participate in the arts grow up to be confident adults who know how to communicate. Kids who can act and get on stage and do any of these things, they can do anything with their lives. If you find someone who wants to be a CEO and they had an acting background, they can hold eye contact, they can convey a thought, they can persuade people with how they're acting, and all of that comes from all of these skills they learn as children.
For more info on camps happening throughout the summer, visit DexterDancersEdge.com. Stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly with more news and information. Water affects our lives in many ways, and sometimes it can affect us in unexpected ways, bringing peace and tranquility to our life and loved ones. Watch as people share their innermost thoughts on Milan Beach. Ann Arbor's Water Lantern Festival brought the beauty of nature and inner thoughts to light.
It's a celebration for the community to come together, enjoy each other's company, and send out some messages, good vibes, hopes and dreams, whatever, out to the cosmos on the water.
I made a plan to try things that are new and look for things that are new, and this is something that's new to me, so I wanted to try it and come down and see what it was all about.
Just hanging out, having a lot of fun. It's been a day full of activities.
The lanterns float atop the water with one-of-a-kind messages of positivity.
When we have people that come out and put their hopes and dreams on their lanterns, we have people that write messages to lost loved ones, to friends that are far away. Sometimes we find like jokes, comic strips, whatever, like anything and everything on the lanterns. The event culminates with the lantern launch at sunset. Everyone has decorated their lanterns, and as soon as they're directed by the DJ, they will go to the edge of the water and release their lanterns out.
I'm recognizing my family and my grandparents that have passed and my mother that has passed.
Life is easy if we choose to be the star of our own life. And it all starts with love.
Love and light to everyone.
For more, visit waterlanternfestival.com. There's no better way to celebrate America's independence than watching bright lights bursting in the air. But before you put on your own fireworks display, there is some pertinent safety information. Learn about fireworks safety and laws in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hi there, Mike Kennedy, Fire Chief, Ann Arbor Fire Department, here to talk about fireworks safety for the upcoming holiday. Fireworks in the city of Ann Arbor can only be shot off on July 3rd, 4th, and 5th between 8 a.m. and midnight on those 3 days. Fireworks are not allowed to be displayed on city parks, on city right-of-way, or city streets. And you have to have permission from any property owner that you're going to set them off at. You are responsible for any damage or fires that's caused by fireworks, and we always recommend that the safest fireworks are those that you go and see by a professional display at a safe distance. The July 4th holiday is the #1 day of the year for ER visits, and a lot of that is attributable to fireworks. So we hope everyone has a happy and safe July 4th holiday. If you're going to see fireworks, please go to a professional display. Thank you.
The Ann Arbor Farmers Market has a rich and vibrant history in the city, and in 2019 you can see how deep-rooted into the past it is as the market celebrates its 100th anniversary. Joining me is Stephanie Willette, Market Manager of the Ann Arbor Farmers Market. Welcome to the show, Stephanie.
Thanks for having me.
So we were talking before the show about farmers markets and the Ann Arbor Farmer Market, and you've been with the market for about 2 years now, but you do know a decent amount about the history. So can you tell me a little bit about how the market kind of started and evolved over this last 100 years?
It's just amazing. We've been around for 100 years.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Hard to wrap my mind around. So it actually was started by a women's group organization in 1919, and they set out on Main Street by the courthouse. But eventually that got too crowded. It was in a crowded spot, and so in the 30s, we moved to our current location, which was an old lumber yard. And then it got converted into the farmers market. And then in the 40s, during the work progress era construction projects, they actually built that shed that you see now when you come to the market. And so that was built in the 40s, and we've been there ever since.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't realize you guys were in the same location for that long, too. So why do you feel like, because we were talking a little bit about your personal life, you're a farmer too, you have a farm. Why do you feel like farmers markets are so important, and why Ann Arbor needs to have one and continue to have one for the next 100?
Yeah, farmers markets, they're just so great. It brings people face to face with their farmers, and so they can learn how to grow their own food and what food is fresh and what food is local. It's out there. I always think about local food as being, it helps the environment when you're eating locally. It helps the local economy because all those food dollars are going back into your economy. And then just the education and knowledge that comes with knowing from where your food's coming from is amazing, and the ability to talk to your grower.
Yeah, I think personally I feel this when I go to just a regular grocery store, when they put organic on something. I'm like, is it really organic? What makes it organic? But in the farmers market situation, you can talk to them about it, what they are, what makes it organic, or what makes it whatever you're looking for in that situation.
Exactly.
So this year, because it is the 100th, you've been doing some events and stuff leading up. And there's going to be a birthday party for the market.
Yes. Well, we have to throw a birthday party. Our birthday bash is going to be August 17th. So that's a Saturday. And all day, we have different things planned. The Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra will be coming and performing at noon and 1. And they also are doing what they call an instrument petting zoo, which is for the kids, which is where they bring instruments for kids to try out. We're also hoping to have free ice cream for everyone and a couple other things.
And that's just like the normal hours for Saturday?
So we will be open all day, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. And then if you check our website throughout the day, we'll have more of a schedule of what's happening when.
Okay. And the interesting thing is, years ago, the library started doing sort of histories for things in Ann Arbor, and they're doing a market history, which is you guys working with the library, and they kind of store the history.
Yes, we have done this project, which has been really great experience with the library, and also with some help from Lisa Young from U of M, who has done a lot of research into local food. And we've gone through the archives that the library has and pulled out a lot of old pictures and sort of what's happened at the market over the course of history, and what does local food look like in our own community over the course of history, so 100 years ago versus today, and why has that changed? And the exhibit is on the second floor of the library now through the end of August.
And currently you're sort of working on an oral history too.
Right, correct. So we will be interviewing many of our vendors and recording those interviews, and eventually the library will host those or house those as well in their collection, but you will be able to find them on our website. It's really awesome to be able to, get some of these stories down. We have some farms that have been there for several generations, and they can remember back to when their grandparents brought them to the market and they were little kids running around, and now they have their own stalls.
Yeah.
So it's just very cool to hear those stories.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier about seeing how food has evolved, the farmers market food. That's something I never even would have really thought about, but
Yeah.
I'm sure our eating habits have changed.
Exactly.
In a century, yeah.
Eating habits have changed. There's a story about driving by and seeing like muskrats hanging from a tree because they were selling muskrats at the market, and just stuff you would never find today. But also, new things like prepared foods that we really didn't have before.
And you also, so there's other things that you've been doing, cooking demos and stuff. That's stuff you normally do at the market too?
Yeah, we try to have regularly scheduled programming. Some of our ones that continue all summer. We have kids activities the first Wednesdays of every month. We have our food truck rallies also the first Wednesdays of every month.
And that's always through the summer?
Through the summer, May through October, and that's after market in the evening, so for like a dinner thing.
Yeah.
And that's followed by Flicks on Bricks, which we're doing now for the next 2 months, the big blow-up screen. You can watch movies, which is fun. And then our chef cooking demos are the third Wednesdays of every month, and a local chef comes out and teaches you how to cook with local ingredients, and you get to try the recipes.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
But you are also in September for the 100th anniversary, you're doing a farm-to-table dinner too.
We are planning a special big farm-to-table dinner event. So we'll have several different chefs from area restaurants prepare different courses. You'll get to try like the height of in-season food, like what's really fresh right now, and then some of our best chefs preparing really yummy dishes. So that should be really fun.
And we can find all of that on the website.
That's
too.
on the website. That will be on the website, yes. But
and
that
you're going to want people to register for that event?
You'll have to buy tickets ahead of time.
Yeah.
But that will be September 20th, which is a Friday.
Well, we're just about out of time, so maybe you should just tell people why they should take advantage of the market any day. That because you were saying you could basically get food from a farmer's market in Washtenaw County every day of the week but Mondays.
Yeah, so if you go to Washtenaw County Farmers Markets, the website, it lists all of the farmers markets that are around the county, and pretty much we do have one happening almost every day except Monday, I believe. So if you want local food, you can
There's no excuse.
find it. There's no excuse. And then Argus Farm Stop as well carries a lot of our vendors' food, and they are open all week. They are like a store, but carrying only local food, and that is in town as well.
All right, well, thank you so much, Stephanie.
Yeah, thank you.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we offer. And remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.